Okay, so I think I have time to squeeze in one more video here this morning before I got to go do some stuff. So this next paragraph begins with a quote. Republican members of Congress began turning, okay, that's fine, good use of a quote, it fits well, nice job. I make some changes here. I say because, and I'll say, let's just get rid of the article. Because outside interests have such strong positions, much legislation is now crafted under their direct influence. That sentence, right? Because outside interests have such strong positions, much legislation is now crafted under their direct influence. I think that's a pretty good sentence. I think it does what it needs to do. It's clear. I know writing a sentence like that is completely within your capacity. What you have to do, what anyone has to do to become a good writer, what all the undergraduates at UMass need to do, is make sure when you put a sentence on the page and you're going to leave it there, it's just that clear. You need the internal editor. That's what these videos are about. All your professors, all your lecturers, all the people in the world who are good writers have an internal editor. That is a voice that they listen to when they're reading, that asks them questions about what they're reading. Does this make sense? Is this clear? Are these two ideas connected? Is this being explained well? If the answer to those is no, not well enough, then the editor gets busy fixing things. That's the key. You're hopefully hearing these videos, following along, paying attention, and you're starting to hear that voice. Eventually it becomes your own voice, and the more you develop it, the better your writing gets. So then I go on to say, many voters do not know about the process by which substantial changes are made. I might say substantial policy changes there, just to be specific. The interest groups and parties get exactly what they want, while many voters are not even sure what is going on. So that's a bit informal sounding, but I think it's okay. I think that's directly from your text somewhere in here. And then that leads to my writing here, phony claims, which have worked well for politicians in the past and always seem to deliver the votes that the parties want. So I'm not entirely sure what that last sentence is trying to say, and you need to clarify that one. So now we're on to your Article 2 summary. Again, in your literature review, you didn't give me sections, but I can tell you start talking about a new article, so I guess we're in the right place there. You did it the right way on the first one, then on the second one you mix it up a bit. You're not opening. I mean, sometimes I let people vary it. You can vary it if you must. I prefer that people stick to the program, but that's okay. While outside influences are still playing a massive part in the political party's decision-making and all-around political activity, Lyman Carsey, Tom Carsey, North Carolina, he was the chair of Bruce Damaris's PhD dissertation. Bruce Damaris left the department for Penn State a few years ago, but Bruce Damaris was on my committee, so this guy's like, my PhD was supervised by a guy who he supervised, so I'm connected to this dude. That always makes me happy to see Tom Carsey in these papers. Their article, that is right, that is an article, but then you again didn't italicize the name of the journal that the article is in. It's a minor thing, but those attention to detail points make a huge difference, particularly out in the professional world. Your boss doesn't want to correct stuff like that, not easy stuff like that. Most people don't mind a correction if it's something really subtle, or if it's, they just want to change the slightly change, say, the spin of something or the sound of it. Those kind of edits people are okay with making. They don't want to correct mistakes that you shouldn't be making. So pay attention to these things. It is hugely important. Find substantial link between influence groups and party polarization. Many understand there are two main parties, so I kept what you had there. It's not highlighted, so it must be what you had, and then it needed a cite at the end. So then the next couple of paragraphs, I've made some extensive changes too. So I think what I'm going to do is drop out here with a short video, and I will come back later on and dig into these next two paragraphs in more depth.